Hello traders, Day Trader Matt here of businesswithtrading.com doing a trading strategy recap for the 8th of April, Wednesday, and today was another good day in the markets. Today we had 3 trades, we were 2 for 1 and ended up pulling 5.5 points out of the market. Our first trade in the trading room was basically right off the open. We got long right here and we were able to write it up, taking profit towards the top, which we did roll into a short. We took some profits on the way down, and then price started going up again. It's interesting to see. We kind of watched it and saw price start to break down. We got short up here. Price did come down a little bit, but then it bounced right back up. It kind of took us out of that one. If you would have hung around, you got a nice little sell off over here, which usually I'll hang around for like FOMC statements and stuff like that, just because we do usually have some pretty good moves. I don't trade the ES or the indices on that, because I don't feel that that's the best allocation of resources. The best moves are not in the ES as far as FOMC, in my opinion. You could jump in, you can make money, that's more power to you. I like to get into the currencies, but that's a whole nother story for another time. But anyway, that's what we did in our E-mini trading room. Now I want to show you a trade that we finally took off, a trade that we've been in for a little while. We got in right over here, we documented it when we got in, and we documented it when we took partial, and we finally took the remainder off today. Yesterday, actually this morning, I talked about, it's probably like 9 o'clock this morning, something like that, maybe a little bit later, 9:25. I talked about let's move our stop up, and sure enough, price turned over and took us out right there. So let's say you're trading 2 contracts, 1 contract per side. First side would have made you $700. Second side would have made you $1,000. And I always say in trading, it's all about being able to scale. Any business in the world, like if you watch Shark Tank a lot, I'm a big fan of that, or Dragon's Den in Canada, UK, Shark Tank Australia, whatever you watch. But all of those shows are similar because what they look for are businesses that you can scale. You hear it all the time. Some people coming into the tank or the den, whichever show you watch, and they talk about, I need investment to grow this business. Well, sometimes the investors say, this business is great, it can scale, I want to put money into it. Other times they say, the business is good, it's going to be a good business for you, but it's not going to scale, and it's not going to grow the way that I would want to see it, speaking from the investor's point of view. And then other times they just tell them it's a dog shit investment, it's not worth anything. Which is probably what most people like to see, because we like to see, as a species, psychologically speaking, we like to see things that are inferior to us because it makes us feel better. It's something that's been ingrained with us through like commercials and all kinds of crap that we see every day. But anyway, that's a story for another time as well. What I wanted to show is, we got into this trade right over here, which was the 1st of April. So we got into the 1st of April. We took profit right here. Actually, I think we took it right over here, which was the 2nd. So the 1st we got in, 2nd we had $700. And now today, the 8th, a week later, we closed the remainder for $1,000. So that's $1,700 that we were able to make money on. So $1,700. Our risk initially was 20 points. So you're talking $400 if you're trading two contracts, and we were able to make $1,700 on that. So if you look at that, that's over 4 times what we risked in the trade. If you can get trades like that, you're going to make a ton of money in the markets. And that's what my entire strategy is based around. In baseball, if you bat 300, they put you in the Hall of Fame. That's a 30% batting average. So 30% of the time, you're able to hit the ball. That's what 300 batting average means if you're not familiar with baseball. I'm not that big of a baseball fan, but I played it growing up. I played just about every sport. Soccer, basketball, football, baseball. Well, I guess the four main sports here in the U.S. And and seeing that, my average is much higher than that. If you look at, last month in the swing service, which is what we traded this on, the future swing trade service, we made, over 11 times what we lost. The month before that, we made almost 20 times what we lost. It was like 19.98 once you calculated the numbers. I'm not going to round that up because that's, why would you want to round it up? You always round down. I think it was like 19.985 something. But I'm cool with 19.98. And that's what we look for, is being able to make multiple times what we lose in the service. Being able to make multiple times reward based upon what we are actually risking in the trade. So I just wanted to highlight that, talk about it a little bit. I've been getting questions about the Future Swing Trade group. I'm starting to put in the numbers on the trading performance page. It's probably going to take a little bit of time just because, other projects kind of take precedence over, something like that. Working with the coaching clients that I have, being able to work with the course members and update the course and, answer questions and, email questions and stuff like that. So anyway, hopefully you got something out of the video. If you learned something, like to share, love to hear your thoughts. If you have something you would like to add, or maybe you took a trade that you want to share, feel free. You can email me, support@abusinesswithtrading.com, or there's a comment section directly below this video. And we'd love to hear from you. With that, thanks for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll see you back here in the markets. Thank you.